Hi, before you hear my actual call into a progressive Democrat radio show, I want to sort of give you a backstory to this. I was listening to a very sinful progressive Democrat radio show, and they promote homosexuality there, and also they promote the abortion of babies. They then talked about how Joe Biden stepped down and Kamala Harris was going to be the Democrat nominee for president, and they invited people to call into the show. I myself am voting for Trump because I'm a Christian and an American, and I'm not a socialist, and the Democrat Party has gone full socialist Marxist. But, anyways, they asked people to call in, but when I called in, they lied and made the statement that corporations do not pay any taxes. So I pulled up a well known corporation that you guys probably heard about called Apple and proved that they pay billions in taxes. Like just last year, in 1 year, they paid billions. The wicked woman on the line, for some reason, then said out of the blue, "You are a backstabbing Christian." This is what she said. So I guess she was angry that I showed her to be the lying atheist Democrat progressive that she is on live radio. So when I told her, "No, you're just mad that I proved you're a liar on radio and you are the one that is a lying atheist Democrat," all hell broke loose, and you'll hear the comedy here. And then they finally just hung up on me. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, that we stand up to liars like the atheist and the Democrats who both worship the same daddy, Satan. Now, for more intense radio debates and just epic moments like this, go to www.shockofgod.com. Thank you very much and enjoy this intense call.
Illinois, welcome to the show. What's cooking, Illinois? 309 error code. Hello, what's cooking?
Well, Rich is here if you want to hear from Rich.
Oh, Rich.
Oh,
Hello, Rich. How are you doing?
good.
Come from California.
Hi, Rick.
Hi, Lori. How you guys doing? I didn't hear the whole show, but I wanted to ask you your opinion on this. Let me shut my Bluetooth off so it sounds better like this. I have a ear headpiece on that shut my Bluetooth. So, you know how Biden stepped down. I've been hearing some people say this, and it seems like it makes sense to me. I want to get your take on it. And you might have talked about this, but again, I didn't hear the whole show. I got in late. So on Forbes and Politico, CNN, New York Times, they're saying that a lot of the Democrats that are fighting for their House seats, and some of them in the battleground states, they're saying that it's affecting them in winning their campaign and in running their campaign. They can see that they're going to have a problem. It's affecting them when Biden was in office. So this is my theory. I've looked at the electoral map of the United States, and I don't see how Kamala could win. And I think what the Democrats are doing is damage.
Are you trying to tell me that the electoral map is rigged towards the orange monster? Is that what you're trying to tell me tonight?
If I could just finish, and then
Well, I'm just,
Yeah. So, well, basically, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. So if you look at it when I'm talking, it might help. This is not a conservative YouTube channel and stuff, but if you type in Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump 2024 election map projection. Now, what they do is when they go through it, they put all the states that for sure, like Kamala is going to win, like Washington, Oregon, California, and then they put all the states that Trump's going to win. And when the smoke
Yeah.
clears, it's like 340 for Trump and 198 for Harris.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, and this is, I'll talk at the longest 50 more seconds, okay? So I'm thinking what I think the Democrats are doing, this is my opinion, is they're trying to do damage control because they wanted to flip the House. They want to, you know, keep people in the Senate.
Of course they do. That makes
Yes.
total
And so
sense.
what?
Yeah.
So I
We
think
are
they
going
know that it's.
to keep the Senate. We're going to win the White House, and the Supreme Court. We're gonna add to the Supreme Court, and we're gonna make it so it's not so conservative and so unfair. That's what we're gonna do. That's
So,
the
Lori,
vision.
can I get your opinion? Do you really think that? Do you agree with like the 30 some odd Democrats that call for Biden to step down that his health is an issue, or do you feel his health isn't an issue?
Do I think President Biden's problem is that he's ill?
Is
he might
it an
be.
issue
Like
the Democrats are saying?
I said earlier, if you were listening, like I said earlier, when they said that he had COVID, when I saw him last week, when he was getting on Air Force One, he looked very weak. He looked very pale. He did not look like himself at all. He really did look sick. Now, in saying that, sure, he could have had COVID, but you know what? He's a human being. He's 81 years old. He could have something else going on with him. There is no reason to speculate anything else. I don't understand what the big deal is. If he's sick, he doesn't have to tell you. He doesn't have to tell me. When he's ready to tell the country why he stepped down and his reasons, he will. That's it. That's how it goes.
But the reason I was asking is Kamala Harris was saying, oh, I'm having a hard time keeping up with Joe Biden. You should see what he does. Like he's bending bars of steel in the White House and he's flying around in a cape. But then when he comes out in the public, he's like half dead. So do you think Kamala Harris was dishonest when she said that?
Okay, I've had enough. Because let me tell you something right now. I've had something. President Biden is no longer running for president. He stepped down. Whatever the reason was that he stepped down is his business, his family's business, and that's where it is. When he decides to tell the country why he did it, he will tell the country. And I will tell you, he did it for the good of the country. That's what he did. Now, as far as the Orange Man goes, in his convention last week, it was ridiculous. Who gets Hulk Hogan in a convention ripping off his shirt? Tell me, who does that in the civilized world? Give me a break.
Okay, hold
on. You don't like wrestling, Lori?
Wait, hold on. Everybody, I'm back. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute, everybody. Okay, everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had
Hey, Eric.
Call. I'm back here. Is this Rich?
How embarrassing is
Yeah,
that?
good to talk to you again, Eric.
Okay, so Rich, let me hold on. Let me get a word in just right quick because, like I said, I stepped into another call and I'm back now. Okay, so Rich, good to hear you again. So, and like I said, I understand you're a conservative right winger, and I know that you're still more likely voting Trump later this year.
Don't forget to say Christian.
Oh, okay.
That's real important. Christian.
Oh, don't forget that word, please. Make sure the word Christian is in there.
So let me ask
because you know what?
Okay, so let me
That
ask you
makes him a better person than everybody else on the line. Don't forget that.
Okay, now hold up a second. Okay, so Rich, let me ask you a couple questions because I don't remember if we went over this before. I remember I tried to call you a couple times after we had the last segment on the show, and I know you were busy with some other stuff. So let me just ask you this. Now,
sure.
Do you actually believe that? So let's talk one issue at a time before we go into, multiple things at once. We talked about I've witnessed of workers, and I don't know if you heard my last statement before the other guy clicked off. Do you think that Trump has actually been better for workers and unions and wages and stuff than the Biden-Harris administration has been? I know Biden's out the race now, but is there a reason why you think that? And I'd like to hear your thoughts.
I actually do. For example, the federal government trying to push the electric cars onto people. And that's just,
push electric cars onto people. I just got a new car. No one mentioned an electric car to me when I was in there. When I was in the dealership 2 weeks ago, no one
No, I was
mentioned
talking
an
about the
electric
government, the federal
car.
government.
No one is
We're talking about,
no,
yeah,
no
the Green New Deal. You haven't heard of the Green New Deal, Lori?
Oh, of course.
Where you been?
And you know what?
Well, we haven't
planet
got the
is
Green New
melting,
Deal yet.
Rich, the planet is melting. Do you want to be part of the melting planet?
The planet's
Right.
melting? Really, Lori? I remember
Oh,
Chicken Little
please.
said the sky is falling. We know what happened with that.
Please. Just go away.
Okay, hold on a second.
science.
Okay, hold on. Let me just wait. Hold on. Let me throw this in right quick. So, in
There's
case
no
because there's a lot of
reasoning
people who
with
still
these
aren't familiar with this on
Wait,
both
Lori,
parties. So let me ask you
hold
this.
on.
Let me ask you this, Rich. Let me ask you this, because there's a lot of people on both sides who probably still are not familiar with this, or some people who probably knew it or forgot about it. So I don't know where this started at, but I do know under the Bush administration, there was a rule that was put in where anybody who made $23,000 a year or under was eligible for overtime pay. Now, Obama got in and he raised it up to $47,000. Trump got in, he lowered it to $35,000, a little bit higher than Bush, but not as high as Obama. Biden got in and he did it way above all of them. He raised it up to $55,000, and that's just for that alone. Now, my question to you is, what do you think about that? And on that alone, would you see the reason why we say that the Democrats are better for workers than Republicans are, just because of that policy alone? What do you think of that? And then, by the way, if you don't believe me on that, you could look that up. But what do you think?
Yeah, so what I think is they're not keeping all their money. When someone gets a paycheck, you're not keeping all your money. You guys really should, you've probably seen that video of the family and the boy that's around 17 gets his first paycheck, and all these taxes are taken out of it, and the dad and the older son are laughing at him because he's realizing how it is. So I think it's better to have less taxes, and under the Biden administration, he wants to, even the Trump taxes would expire.
That's what we're trying to advocate for.
Can I ask you a question, Rick? Do you think that it's okay that the billionaires and the corporations pay nearly zero tax? Do you think that's fair when they look at their paychecks?
Lori,
really?
You really think these corporations this is why you guys have a problem. You don't know mathematics. If I showed you the taxes that the corporations paid, let's compare. They pay more than you pay, Lori. They're paying more than you pay. If you're trying to convince people that the corporations pay less taxes.
GE, for example, for years in the 1980s, paid zero taxes.
No, not true.
Zero.
Not true.
It's on public record, man.
True.
Not true.
Yeah.
It's not true.
But hold up a second. But wait, hold on.
There's so many taxes that a corporation has to pay. You guys, I think you've been listening to Bernie Sanders too long.
I do.
Well, hold up a second. But let me ask you this, Rich. Let me make my question a little bit easier. Let me elaborate on what I said. Here's the deal. The fact that every time a Democrat gets into office, they raise the overtime eligibility threshold for workers. Every time the Republicans get in, they lower it a bit. And so, yeah, you might be right in the sense that, yeah, there's a lot of taxes that the middle class are paying, and we wish that it was lower, and that's what we advocate for. The problem is a lot of people on your side, maybe not every single Republican, but most of them, they want higher taxes on the middle class. As a matter of fact, I think Trump said that in his 2016 campaign. So when you just look at that issue alone, how can anybody make the argument to say that Republicans are better than Democrats on that one issue?
Okay, well, I'm going to just prove Lori wrong real quick. Apple, for example.
You're not going to
Apple's annual taxes, let me finish, Lori. Lori, be tolerant. Apple's annual income taxes. Lori, please, be a good Democrat. Apple's annual income taxes for 2023 were $16.741 billion. Go look it up. Well, you were just saying they don't pay any, so I just proved you're a liar.
No,
liar, Lori.
I wasn't talking about
Lori, you're a liar.
Wait, no, I was talking
Quit
about
lying, Lori.
Do not call
You're
me
a
a liar.
Democrat liar. You're a Democrat liar.
Hang him off.
Wait, no, hold on, Rich. Wait,
Hang him
Rich. I was talking. Wait,
She's
hold
just
on.
mad
I was
because I
talking about
proved
the
she's
middle
a
class
big
workers.
liar.
You did not.
Wait,
I
was
am
talking
not
about,
mad.
wait,
I'm
I
sick
am
of you,
talking
Rich.
about the middle
I
class
try to
workers.
be very nice to you. I try to have
Don't lie to me,
patience with
Lori.
you,
Just
but
don't
you
lie.
are-
Don't lie to your
You know
listeners.
what you are? You're a backstabbing Christian. You're one of those
No,
backstabbing
You're a lying atheist
You know that?
Democrat.
Not
You're a
Christian
lying
at all.
atheist Democrat.
Go
That's what
ahead.
you are.
There you go.
But wait, hold on, but Rich.
Lying
wait,
is
here's
a
my
sin,
question.
Lori. Lying is-
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
I was
right.
talking about
Okay,
the middle class
no. We're
David,
not
do
going
not
to
allow
call
this.
no. We're not going to have
Don't allow
name
this.
calling. We're not going to allow name calling and everything. We're going to try to keep this diplomatic and with respect.
Right.
Okay.
Right, and so my question
Rich
was,
is gone.
Rich, I was talking about the middle class
He's
workers.
gone.
Rich. I wasn't
I'm
talking
not
about.
putting
He's
up
gone.
with that.
Eric, he's gone. He's gone.
No,
He's
Eric,
gone.
he's
Oh.
gone.